Sit back, let's unpack. It's MMA Chat. Today I'm going to be going over the fighters that are going to be fighting their last fight in 2026. Some of these fighters are going to be cut, some of them are going to retire. Let's get into it. First fighter, Michel Pereira. I am hoping for this. Get this dude out of the UFC. 0-3 in his last three. Fighting Zach Reese. Hopefully it's gonna be last four. This dude is nonstop illegal strikes. He hits all the grounded opponents in the head just by doing backflips. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cool." No, get this cheater, get this dude, get this Zio out of here. We don't want him. We don't need him. Okay. No one likes Michel Pereira, and if they do, that's you. That ain't me. And hopefully you can get cut. Sad to the I don't even think the PFL will pick him up. Sad to bare knuckle boxing. Next, Marvin Vettori. Sad to say, I think his time it's coming to an end. I feel like he did well. He fought the fight. He tried his best. This steel chin dude never went down though. Okay. Respect on that. Respect. Okay. Never got knocked out. Okay. That granite chin dude blocks with his face, keeps pushing forward. But I feel like this is going to be Marvin Vettori retiring. I don't think he's going to get cut. He's still, a fun fighter, still a good guy, I think. But what I know so far, I don't know if I'm missing any information, but I would say he definitely will retire this fight this next year in 2026. I don't think he's going to push forward. And I feel like 2026 is going to be the biggest retiring of amount of fighters. It's going to be all the goats, the old heads, the legends. They're all going to be retiring this year. I feel like it's the year to retire. And sad to say, the next fighter, Israel Adesanya. He is on his way out. I believe. Like he did good. He was a dominant champion, 100% Hall of Famer right here, future Hall of Famer. No questions about it, no doubt about it. One of the greatest middleweights of all time. But I would say his time has come to an end. He's getting there in age. He's slowing down. He hasn't fought in a minute. Almost a year. February will be a year. And I feel like he is on his way out. If he loses the next fight, I feel like that one might be his retirement fight or his two fights. I would say loses the next fight, then he's going like, okay, let me have a retirement fight. We'll get a retirement fight from Izzy, maybe late 2026. I could see Izzy coming like in maybe March, April, and then fighting in December 2026. Last hoorah, or Madison Square Garden, last hoorah. Tip my hat off to him. He's been there, he's done it, but I think he's going to be on his way out. And it's going to be surprising to a lot of fans, but I feel like this is the time to do it. Last year in, you don't want to ruin your legacy even more with, especially like Henry Cejudo did, unfortunately. But, go on your shield. If you win your next fight, retire. Please, God, retire if you win your next fight. Retire with the dub. Next. Hot take. Alexander Pantoja. I feel like Alexander Pantoja is going to retire, and I feel like he's going to, okay, so this is the map it's going to go. Brain fog. Manel Kape fights Joshua Van. That fight happens right there. Manel Kape victorious. Okay, we're gonna get Pantoja fighting Manel Kape. Okay, I feel like Manel Kape beats Pantoja. It could happen, but if Pantoja comes back with the injury from the injury, comes back, puts on the clinic, that'd be perfect for him. Perfect fight. Perfect, getting back in there, But I feel like UFC is going to have Volkaev back. Mokaev is going to beat the champion, whoever it is. He's going to beat Manel Cap again. He'll beat Pantoja, and I feel like Pantoja will call it maybe end of 2026, if not early 2027. But I feel like he will call it end of 2026, as well as Israel Adesanya and all the other fighters. I feel like this could be the first year where we're actually thinking, is this the end of Pantoja? And I'm just going to say, no 35, 36-year-old should be fighting 125 pounds. Your body is killing you. Like, it's going to kill you eventually. Like, just cutting that much weight. You're just taking years off your life. If you won't stay in, move up. Go to 145, 130, 135 is still small. I'll say 145. Just move up in weight at least. Be healthier, be happier. 125 for old heads is that's too long. Too much. Next. Volkanovski. I know. This is going to be a tremendous year for retirements, I feel like. And I feel like Volk hangs it up this year. I feel like he beats Diego Lopez, but he loses against Movsar Evloev. And I feel like he will have 2 to 3 fights this year. And I feel like he will also retire by the end of the year. He's pushing it. He's pushing age. You don't need to hurt your legacy even more with some losses. It's fine. You got the Islam losses. That's fine because I was in lightweight. You got the Ilya loss, the only loss in ever in featherweight. Still really amazing legacy you left. You don't want to pull a Adesanya or a Henry Cejudo. Go out on top. If you beat Diego Lopez, retire. It's okay. You did your duty. You did well. Go out on top. Don't go out on a losing streak. But respect if you do stay around and fight Movsar Evloev. He's the hardest, the biggest dark horse of the division. Everyone is always saying, "Oh, he's the easiest fight for everybody because he can't fight." I feel like that's false. I feel like Movsar Evloev is the most underrated fighter in the featherweight division right now, and I feel like he beats Alexander Volkanovski easily. And I feel like that would be a bad call, I would say, for legacy-wise for Volkanovski. But if it'll be a great call, actually. I'm wrong. I'll say it'll be a great call if Volk sticks around and fights an undefeated fighter. If he beats Movsar, huge props. Go up featherweight division. Nothing but respect. But I'm not going to give too much credit to Ilya in the featherweight division. Ilya fought Volkanovski after he got knocked out. 3-month notice. He got knocked out. Usually a knockout is 6 months. He did a 3-month turnaround and got back. So he had probably a month of recovery, 2-month camp. Fun. And then they expected Volk to be full. Volk would have won that rematch. I feel like that would have been a 100% Volk rematch. He would have beat Ilya all day, every day in that rematch. But we'll never know. Ilya left. We'll see what he does in, let's go, lightweight division. I know he's ducking Arman, so we'll see where that goes. Next. Polish Power. I think this is the end of Polish Power. I feel like he's going to have one more big fight, maybe a rematch with Ankalaev, or maybe Azamat, fight with him. But I feel like this is a big fight this would be a big Jan Blachowicz retirement fight. He's going to hang it up after this loss. I feel like he's 41, I believe. He's going to be turning 41. You shouldn't be fighting that old. You need to take care of the rest of your health. You shouldn't be taking head, kicks to the head, punches to the head, CTE at 40 plus years old. Live your life. Have a good life. But I feel like Jan, the best option for him right now is retirement in 2026. Have your last fight. Have a last hurrah. Maybe him versus Jamal Hill. Give Jan a chance because I know he'll lose against Ankalaev and he'll lose against Azamat. And I don't want to see Polish Power get knocked out. That would be sad to see, but we'll see. Justin, the highlight Gaethje. I feel like this is going to be his last fight. I feel like this is going to be a really sad fight for Justin Gaethje. Oh, sorry, spoiler. Okay, Justin Gaethje, like I was. I feel like he's going to lose. No, I feel like he's going to lose his next. About Petty, I hope he wins. I know he's going to. I feel like he's going to lose, but I hope he's going to win. I'm a big Justin Gaethje fan. Great power, great everything, great person. But I feel like he's going to lose against Paddy Pimblett. I will love, and I'm going to be rooting, and I'm also going to be picking him because I don't like Paddy Pimblett that much. But I'm going to be picking Justin Gaethje to win, and I hope he wins. I hope he ruins it. Like he fought Tony Ferguson versus Tony Ferguson was supposed to fight Khabib, and that whole thing happened, and then Justin Gaethje ruined that fight between Tony Ferguson versus Khabib. And I feel like he's going to do it again. He's going to ruin the fight with Paddy versus Ilya. He'll take out Paddy Pimblett. Probably get schooled by Ilya. But I feel like I would love for that to happen. If Justin wins, let's go. If he loses, I feel like Justin retires if he loses this fight. So we'll see if there's going to be a retirement fight, but I'm calling it. Justin Gaethje retires in 2026. Next, Charles Oliveira. Sadly, I feel like he's going to retire. He has probably 2 less fights left in him. I think Max Holloway beats him pretty easily. I feel like he will just outstrike Charles Oliveira. But we'll see if the fight gets to the ground. Max Holloway just has to not, don't dive into his guard and he'll be fine. But, Charles Oliveira could always submit Max Holloway, which would be huge and pretty terrible for Max Holloway. Then that would be questionable, what's next for Max. But I feel like Max gets to Charles loses. I feel like he might have one more retirement fight in him for 2026, and he retires. Next, Alex Pereira. I feel like he's going to retire in 2026. Dude's pushing it. I think he's like 37. Dude should just hang it up. You did amazing. You had a good legacy. You did what you came for. I think he has probably 1 or 2 good fights left in him. And then just hang it up. Call it a day. He did extremely well. Good double champ. But kind of gifted, I would say, with his opponents. But not one dominant, full-on wrestler. But those are just the divisions. So they're just not good divisions in middleweight and heavyweight and wrestling. And heavyweight, there's no good wrestlers. So that's a big part of him not getting him getting lucky because there is no wrestlers. If Hamza was at the time at top, 10 out of 10 Hamza beats Alex Pereira in round 1. It doesn't go past round 1. I don't think Hamza would want to go past round 1. And that would be easy fight for Hamza all day. I don't think that fight happens. I know Hamza wants it. I don't think Alex goes for it. Kamaru Usman. Huge fight next. And for a title fight. It might be a title fight. I feel like if Kamaru wins, hopefully not. Please God, no. He beats Islam. He'll fight for Hamza again. I got Hamza. Kamaru retires. Done. End of 2026. But I feel like Kamaru should not get the next title shot without fighting a contender. I feel like if Kamaru beats that contender, fights for the belt, loses, he retires. I feel like he has 2 fights left in him at most. If he fights one more time and loses, I think then he retires or has a retirement fight. I feel like he has 2 fights left in him at most. Doesn't go past 2. I feel like he's going to call it within 2026. possibly January 2027. But I would say 2026 is when he hangs it up, which he should. He had a great legacy, 15-fight win streak, extremely dominant welterweight division. But Islam is taking that GOAT status from welterweight once he beats Shafka and Morales. Next, Bilal Muhammad. Last but not least, I think the last big fighter is going to be Bilal Muhammad, who retires in 2026. Amazing run. Still beat a lot of the top 10, top 5 of the division in his time. Got the belt, beat Leon in extraordinary fashion. Wasn't able to defend it, but still a champ nonetheless. All champ for Hall of Famers, so still got that jacket. Did well. Congratulations. But I feel like, and yeah, so these are all the 11 fighters. I feel like the big fighters, well-known fighters, they're all going to be more like Kobe Covington and stuff like that, but they're trash. So these are the dominant fighters that's going to be retiring again in 2026. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think anyone else is going to retire. Let me know if you think that none of these or any of these people that I mentioned are not retiring. Yeah, thank you for watching.